Good morning, traders. This is a live trade recap. It's a little after 10 here on Tuesday. I did take one trade, or attempted one trade. I got it on video. I'll show you that now. And I had a bunch of stocks on the watch list. You can see them here at like 3 pages. So just check out the ticker symbols to see what I was watching. They were all top gainers, and they were all less than 80 million share float size, or around there. There might have been, I don't think there were any over that, but yeah, it looks like 84.89, but I don't really keep that up there very long. I added a few throughout the day. But basically what I was doing is I had the high of pre-market marked out, and I was waiting for the price to come back all the way up, break through, and then pull back to give me an entry. And I wasn't willing to take anything before that because I've been doing a lot of that lately, and I've been getting hammered. Even with good patterns, you know, if the stock hasn't broken the pre-market high, then it's not really that strong yet. So I mean, look just here on BIOL, it was starting to form kind of a 3-bar play here, but it failed miserably. Not that there was an entry, because you have to wait for the 3rd bar to break, but just one example. Of course, UUU was going into suspension. I traded that in the aftermarket yesterday. I thought I got filled high, and then this thing went all the way to $14. So the first thing that was looking promising was TENX. It was coming up near the high of pre-market, so I was keeping my eye on that. You could see me checking it out. I was making sure I had this line exactly where the pre-market high was. So I was looking for it to give me something better than 278 and then pull back. And it never really did. Then there was Bngo, which broke through the pre-market high. Or actually, this was beyond the pre-market high. This was the high of day. So it broke through that. So I was looking to get in on a pullback. This is the one trade that I took. But to be honest with you, I didn't really love the setup. So I got in with the idea of, you know, this thing better feel really good when I get in, meaning that the price better kind of just go in one direction up once I get in. And if it didn't, then, you know, I knew that I wasn't going to feel good about the trade. So that was kind of my, you know, I guess my criteria going in, because I would have rather seen a pullback and it stay closer to the high of day. I mean, you know, the chart makes it look like it's far away. The price isn't far away. It's only like 2.5 cents. But these stocks that are like around $1 or less, they're tricky to trade. It's amazing how, you know, if you just go like to that $1.50 level and up, they're much easier to trade. They just feel like they move more smoothly when you're in them. So I don't know. I just felt like it was worth a shot, and that I could get out, you know, without taking too big of a hit. If it went against me, my stop loss was going to be right here, and I wanted to get in when it broke the high of this candle. I don't like that the low of this candle is lower than this one. That isn't a good sign for me. So that was kind of another thing against it. I'd rather not take that entry. But, you know, the one thing I did like was whenever you see a huge green engulfing candle, and then this isn't quite ideal, but when you see smaller red candles on the way back, that's often a sign that this thing is going to reverse and go higher. So there was a lot of things. You know, there was some things against it, and, you know, maybe I've been sitting in the market a little too long, because here we are coming up on 10, and I didn't want to be trading much past 10 today. I've got a lot of stuff to do. So there might have been a little bit of, you know, I've been sitting here for a while, and this thing looks pretty good, so let me try it. That's why I don't want to sit here and watch the markets all day, because before you know it, you're taking any trade that comes your way. So this was the criteria for me to get in when that level was broken, and you see I just hit my hotkeys, and I got in. I got filled a little high, I think. I mean, not really, because I wanted. No, that's like, yeah. So this is almost $1.01. So I wanted anything above $1. So that's 1 cent higher, but I think that's yeah, that's like 1%. higher than the dollar. So I don't know. So anyway, this thing jumped up a little bit, and I think I sold half already. And then this I did not like at all. And you see how whippy it was? That was not what I was looking for. When I got into this thing, I wanted to see it kind of creep up, slow and steady. And to me, this just felt really, really choppy. And I just wasn't happy with it at all. But you'll see what happened. I mean, I don't regret selling out early because, like I said, I had a very distinct idea in mind of how I wanted the stock to feel when I got into it. Once you're trading a while, you know how these different stocks feel when you're into them. Not to say this is the right thing to do. We're supposed to be objective about these trades, and this is the opposite of that. I'm talking about feeling your way through the trade, and that's purely emotional based thinking. And this $1.33 is actually from my pre-market. So I exactly broke even. I must have made a tiny bit of profit to cover the cost of those sell orders. The cost, I mean, the SEC and FINRA, I believe it is, fees. So, but basically my 2R would have been 2 cents, or sorry, 1R would have been 2 cents. So this thing needed to go to $1.04 or $1.05 to get to 2R. And at this point I'm out of it because I just did not like the way it felt. Which again, that's not really how you're supposed to trade. It doesn't really matter how it feels. All it matters is that your stop loss was, if your stop loss is hit, you get out. If your profit target is hit, you take profit. That's really the key to trading. And look at what this thing did. It went to 2R and beyond. So this would have been a great trade, but I just did not like the way it felt, and so I tried to manage the trade, and it didn't work out for me. So at least it was break even. That's the only good thing. But again, this thing really had a real strange feel to it. So maybe it's just the lack of experience with these stocks around this price range that made me feel that way. I don't know. But that's pretty much it for me. I don't really want to take any other trades. I got to get going here. I got some stuff to do. So, but I still wanted to share that with you, even though it was like a nothing trade, a break-even trade. But it could have been a nice 2R trade. So I wanted to show you that. This pattern here, let me just go back to where I had it blown up. This pattern here is one of the very first patterns I learned. I'm sure there's a name for it. I don't remember the name for it, but basically you get a green engulfing candle, and then you get a few red candles that come right back down to basically the bottom of that green engulfing candle, and then it's a reversal play. There's a good chance, a very high probability that when you see a new high made by one of these 1 minute candles, that it's going to continue higher, and that's exactly what happened. But I just did not feel good about this trade, and I'm not supposed to feel anything about the trade. I'm just supposed to play my stop loss and profit target. So again, that's on me. That's got to be a yellow trade, I guess. So anyway, let me know if you guys have any questions about this. Sorry I wasn't stronger in that trade, and I will see you probably not in the aftermarket today. I'm probably still going to be tied up then. So at the latest, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning in the pre-market. So I hope you guys have a good day, and stick to your plan. Always stick to your plan, and always take your stop losses. Number one thing when you're new or new-ish is to protect your capital. So take care, guys.